It's graduation day. I'm not what you would call thrilled about the process of this day, but I have accepted its importance not only for me but for my family, and as such, will willfully and joyfully participate. Also, look at my pretty dress. It's windy and this is confusing. I would really like to see some people I know. I am not allowed to take my cell phone onto the stage. Well, that's over. I feel a little worse for wear, but I have this fancy little sash now, so.
So grad today was one of the most exhausting things of my entire life. I don't know if it's the social anxiety or just the general nature of all of the legitimate pomp and circumstance, but as soon as I got there, I was like, I need a nap. And I know that this is a legitimate accomplishment, but the guy who received his honorary doctorate today wore his tie outside of his grad gown. It was one of the most adorable things I've ever witnessed. So there I am, finally. The whole thing goes by really quite quickly, and all of a sudden my row is standing up to go and receive our, hooding. And I give my name card to the orator who, presents you and says, Hannah Ellich, psychology. Then I am walking and I give my gown to the arts guy and he hoods me and it's super cute and I keep walking, and then all of a sudden there is the president of the college being like, congratulations. And I don't know if you've ever run a marathon. I've done 2 half marathons. I don't do full marathons. I don't understand people that do those. But at the end, people are just congratulating you and you don't know any of them and you're just like, thanks. Who are you? I felt like she was one of those people that was just standing there being like, this is so exciting. And I was just like, the whole thing I'm walking through, my sister got a picture of me up on the screen and I'm just like, I was so thrown by this that I was just like, sure. And then I went and I sat down and I got my little alumni pin, which, let's get real, is the best part of my graduation ceremony. And then it was over and I sat down and I was in the first row. I was probably the 20th student out of 400. I had a long time to wait. And it wasn't a big deal. It went by very quickly. We were done in 1 hour and 15 minutes, which is pretty decent considering. Dumbfounding. The entire thing was just dumbfounding. And after it, I just immediately wanted to cry because I had all of this pent-up tension and all of this pent-up fatigue that I had not been acknowledging, and it was over, and I was like, what a strange experience. I don't even fully understand what just happened today. And it's when I graduated with the Bachelor of Arts. A lot of people graduate with the Bachelor of Arts, but a lot of other people graduate with professional degrees. Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Social Work, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Journalism. And with those degrees, they can become a registered whatever it is that you do with whatever you have and be that thing. You can be a social worker once you graduate with a social work degree. But I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. And whenever I say that, people assume that I'm going to be a psychologist. And if there's anything I learned in my Bachelor of Psychology degree, it's that you are not a psychologist because you have a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. You are not a psychologist until you have done grad school and become a registered psychologist. And you cannot become a registered psychologist unless you have at least 1 grad degree. Not to mention that most of the people that study psychology are not registered psychologists. They are experimental psychologists. They don't want to deal with your problems. Those are counselors. Big, big difference. So now that I'm finished and, I work at the library, and people at the library, God love them, have legitimately walked with me through the beginning to the end of this degree. 3 years of schooling. They have been with me the entire time, and they have supported me, and they have loved me, and they have essentially been a part of this educational success. And so they understand that I'm not leaving the library. The library is the best. I am the director of youth programming. In 2 weeks, I have planned a Frozen sing-along. That's the dream, folks. That is the dream. Am I going to use my Bachelor of Arts in Psychology? Yeah. Do I have a really thorough understanding of human behavior as indicated by cognitive functioning? Yeah. Do I have a really thorough understanding of Alzheimer's that doesn't necessarily pertain to my job? Yes. Am I going to be a psychologist? No. So people always ask me, what am I going to do now? And I'm always telling them, well, I'm going to be at the library, hopefully forever. And they're always like, no, that's not what you're going to do. And I'm like, do you understand what I do now? Do you understand what the options for me with the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology are? Not a whole lot. And then I had a 12th grader say to me, he's like, I am not going to do a Bachelor of Arts. And I was like, hey, buddy, there is a lot of good to be found in arts education. And it's true, there is. And I can do, and it's true, there is. I can do legitimately anything that just requires a college degree. If I wanted to upgrade to a bachelor education, which I don't, it wouldn't take me very much and it wouldn't take me very long. If I wanted to do grad school in an area of public policy, I could. If I wanted to do a grad degree in forensic anthropology, I probably could. Coming out of this degree, I can't do a whole lot. And so what I'm doing now is pretty darn good. I really, really thank everyone for considering the finishing of this degree to be such an accomplishment, because I think somehow I missed that feeling. And when I finished my last degree, I felt it too. And maybe the difference is that I was surrounded by a bunch of honor students, and they had this thesis that at the end of their degree they were holding this document, and this was evidence of all of their study and all of their work and all of their efforts. And I didn't have that because I wasn't an honor student. And so I came out of this degree, and really it was just finishing another semester. It wasn't all wrapped up in a tiny bow. Somehow I missed the sense of accomplishment. So I'm really thankful to everyone else that kind of feels that by proxy, which is kind of weird, but also really nice. So anyway, graduation is weird, convocation is weird. I didn't get to keep my hood, which I feel pretty ripped off by, but what am I gonna do with that? I guess we'll see. Maybe I'll feel a greater sense of accomplishment when I graduate from grad school in 27 years. Shout out. The quality of this video is courtesy of Jen and Eddie Deppner, who are friends of mine that I truly cannot even explain to you. They're kind of like grandparents that are only 3 to 5 years older than me. They just love and support me so much, and like every time I post something on my blog or post a new vlog, they contact me. One or both of them contacts me to tell me that they watched it or read it and loved it and they love me and how am I doing and can they pray for me, and I'm just like, you guys are the cutest people in the entire world. And they really love my vlogs because they think I'm really funny, which okay, whatever. I'm not gonna deal with that. But they had this video camera and they were like, I bet Hannah could use this because she's clearly, as you can see by the quality of her other videos, using that crappy webcam on that computer that we also sold to her. So they sent it to me in the mail. I consider it a loan, they consider it a grad present, which I think is gratuitous. They're gonna get it back when they have kids. Anyway, thank you so much, Jen and Eddie. I love you guys so much. Have a good weekend, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.